Right now, as I'm talking to you, there are over 600,000 homes without power, and that number is still climbing. The weather is about to change in a very big way. We're looking at what could be the warmest December in years. But before we get there, we've got to survive what's happening right now. In the next 2 minutes, I'll show you exactly why 80-mile-per-hour winds are hammering the Pacific Northwest. At the 5-minute mark, you'll learn about what we're calling the Great Thaw coming Christmas week. And at 7 minutes, I've got surprisingly good news about holiday travel. But first, let me show you what's unfolding across the Northwest right now, because people are suffering and there's more on the way. Look at this map. All that brown represents high wind warnings. We're talking about 60 to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, especially across the Pacific Northwest, where over 600,000 homes are dark right now. Beyond the winds, we've got other serious warnings. Avalanche warning for western Montana, blizzard warnings for eastern Montana. We had warnings for the higher Cascades elevations around Washington, but those expired. Still, these dangerous winds continue. Let me put this in perspective. Over 600,000 homes, not the 500,000 from this morning. It's grown by another 100,000. Add in Texas and other states with outages and it gets worse. Washington state alone, 388,000 homes dark. Oregon, 212,000. Figure 2 people per home, you're looking at well over 1 million people without electricity. The National Weather Service statement at 3:40 this morning said, dangerous and destructive wind gusts. Widespread gusts of 50 to 70 miles per hour forecast for much of the Northwest Rockies and Northern Plains through Thursday, with gusts exceeding 80 miles per hour over and downwind of higher elevations. Expect numerous power outages, property damage, and dangerous travel for high-profile vehicles. As Psalm 91 tells us, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. Those million-plus people without power need that refuge right now. Across the northern plains, a powerful cold front is bringing snow squalls with high winds. What follows will create complete whiteout conditions tonight into Thursday. Visibility drops rapidly and persists where snow is blowing. Travel becomes extremely hazardous. Heavy mountain snow hits the Northwest, too. The Cascades and Northern Rockies will see 1 to 3 feet of total snow below pass levels today and Thursday. Combine that heavy wet snow with powerful winds hitting trees and power lines. You've got more outages and tree damage coming through Thursday night. The impact maps show orange for moderate travel impacts. That red over North Dakota means major impacts. Things improve by week's end, but we've got to get through the next couple days first. Today's storms bring snow with those winds. This evening, the system tracks across north-central states with potential wind damage. Wednesday night into Thursday, it crosses the Midwest with more damaging winds and some snow. Thursday into Friday, storms roll through the Ohio Valley toward the northeast with damaging winds. Southeast sees more storms Thursday evening through Friday, reaching the northeast. Both systems bring more damaging winds, while Washington and Oregon get hit with more storms Thursday. More snow, more problems. 5 to 10 inches of rainfall coming hitting Oregon hard. But it's not just Oregon. Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming, and northern California all see significant rain. The European model shows that next atmospheric river bringing even more problems over the next 6 days, dragging down across northern California. Right after that, more moisture comes from an even bigger storm. I've been posting about that for days, but today we're focused on this current storm and the dramatic temperature changes coming. This system brings lots of snow toward Canada, just a little bit from Montana through the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, upper Michigan. But multiple feet toward the northwest. These winds continue all the way through Thursday evening. Thursday into Friday, they hit the Ohio Valley, pushing through the northeast. Wide area sees damaging winds, 50 to 60 mile-per-hour gusts in this circle, 70 possible in higher elevations. But from Montana and Wyoming across north-central, that's where the real damaging winds hit. Same forecast I've been showing for days, and it's gotten stronger. 70 in the brown, 80 in the white, heading toward 90. When's the last time you saw 90-mile-per-hour winds forecast over land in December Thursday morning bring strong winds with some snow mixed in? Pacific Northwest continues getting hammered. Thursday evening banding develops along the front, a linear event bringing damaging wind potential across mid-Mississippi, Ohio Valley, and Great Lakes. Thunderstorms pop up across southeast, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Carolinas. Late Thursday into Friday, more storms hit the mid-Atlantic with damaging winds and cold temperatures rushing in behind. Then we have that little clipper move through, maybe bring a little bit more winds. Then we have that next storm system coming in next week, carrying further across mid-Mississippi, Ohio Valley out through northeast, showing it will strengthen again. Get cyclogenesis from this storm system going into Canada. Bring those 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts toward northeast, maybe even some 60 or more in higher elevations. Latest update with European model just came out this morning showing same thing. Then we have scenario number 2. GFS been showing pocket of 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts that Euro has not been showing. Everything else it is showing true. Maybe even some 50s come a little stronger toward Kansas, Oklahoma, northern Texas. But this pocket right here, GFS, has been consecutive every single run of that being there. Now we're going through this above-average anomaly. We still have this cold front coming through, bringing strong winds, going to bring freezing temperatures again, even negative temperatures and very cold wind chills all the way through Friday and some of Saturday. Then that clipper comes through, brings more colder weather as you go all the way toward 21st and 22nd. Then once we go into next week, Christmas week, here's that big dramatic above-average warm-up coming through as you go from Wednesday into Thursday, as you go from Christmas Eve into Christmas. Big warm-up coming. This is the great thaw. This is going to melt everything, but it's going to bring a lot of flooding with it as well. This is going to last still all the way until end of December. As Isaiah chapter 55 verse 10 says, "As the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater." The great thaw serves purpose. The flooding waters the earth. Even in difficulty, there's design. I'm seeing new weather pattern kick in for January. I will show you that in later video. For Friday morning, those freezing temperatures coming down again, bringing those negative temperatures with it as well, with wind chills going to feel very cold. Not only -10 to -20 degree wind chills, bringing those single-digit and teen temperature wind chills across Ohio Valley. Mid-Mississippi Valley definitely staying frozen in 20s, maybe even high teens. Now highs for Friday, it does warm right back up for everybody else. But over here for north-central Midwest going through Ohio Valley, interior northeast, you're remaining frozen. With wind chills will remain cold all day long, even for your high temperatures and high wind chills. Sunday, that clipper comes through, brings freezing temperatures again across central, north-central, all across Ohio Valley, Midwest. Brings those negative temperatures, brings those very cold wind chills once again before we go on this dramatic warm-up. Monday, pivot toward Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast, bringing cold wind chill with it again, where we'll feel it further south into lower 48. Then we're going on Christmas week warm-up. And we're talking about days like this. If you're traveling, you're looking at good weather for traveling. This is Christmas Eve, very big warm-up. Christmas Day getting even warmer. Day after Christmas still staying really warm. You're really going to have some good traveling weather for Christmas and after Christmas. As Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 through 6 remind us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Those travel paths will be straight. Weather cooperating for holiday travel. This is when you start getting this big storm coming across West Coast as you go through first days of next week all the way toward Christmas Eve. Getting that next storm system. Been talking about here for a few days. I will update you again tomorrow. But for rest of country, for your travels for Christmas Eve going out through Christmas Day, going to be good traveling weather except for this storm system coming across Southwest. Here's what you need to do right now, and I want you to take this seriously. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, this is an emergency situation. Over 600,000 people are without power and more outages are coming. We're still looking at 80-mile-per-hour winds through tonight. Secure everything you can. If you have power right now, charge all your devices. Get your flashlights and batteries ready. And please don't go outside unless it's absolutely necessary. Falling trees and downed power lines are extremely dangerous. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly folks. We've got over 1 million people affected by this, and we need to look out for each other. If you've got items in your yard, lawn furniture decorations, anything loose, those become projectiles in these winds. Pick up anything that could blow away. You're not just protecting your property, you're protecting your neighbors, too. We're looking at 1 to 3 feet of heavy mountain snow in the Cascades and northern Rockies. Combined with these winds, it's extremely dangerous. Power lines and trees are coming down. Stay off those mountain roads. Oregon through northern California, Idaho, western Montana, and western Wyoming are looking at 5 to 10 inches of rain. Flash flooding is a major concern. Mudslides are possible. We're already seeing neighborhoods underwater on social media, and there's more coming. If you're near a river, monitor those water levels constantly. Have your evacuation plan ready. Don't wait for official orders if you see water rising. Wednesday night through Thursday, this storm crosses the country. The northern plains are going to see whiteout conditions. Eastern Montana has blizzard warnings posted. Snow squalls with high winds. Visibility drops rapidly. Travel will be extremely hazardous. We're looking at 50 to 70 mile per hour winds widespread across this region. 80 to 90 in Montana, Wyoming, and the north central areas. If you're driving a high-profile vehicle, a semi-truck, cargo van, anything tall, stay off the roads if you can. Thursday, that linear storm develops. Damaging winds hit the mid-Mississippi, Ohio Valley, and Great Lakes. 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts. The banding along the front creates focused areas of damage. The southeast sees thunderstorms too. Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Damaging winds are possible with those storms. Thursday night into Friday, storms hit the mid-Atlantic and northeast. More damaging winds. 50 mile per hour gusts, maybe 60 or more in the higher elevations. Behind all this comes the cold. Friday morning, freezing temps return. Some areas see negative temperatures. Wind chills of -10 to -20. The Ohio Valley and mid-Mississippi Valley are looking at single-digit and teen wind chills. If you're in the north-central states, the Midwest Ohio Valley, or interior northeast, you're staying frozen all day Friday. Those wind chills keep it feeling cold even during the afternoon highs. Saturday into Sunday, another clipper brings one more cold shot. Freezing temps hit the central states, north-central Ohio Valley, and Midwest. More negative temperatures. More very cold wind chills. It's brief, but it's intense. Monday, those cold wind chills pivot toward the Ohio Valley, mid-Atlantic, and northeast. You'll feel it further south into the lower 48. And then the pattern breaks. Christmas week brings a dramatic warm-up. The Great Thaw begins. Snow melts. Everything melts. But flooding comes with it. Rapid snow melt creates flooding in basements on streets and rivers. The ground's frozen so it can't absorb the water. Runoff becomes a major issue. Monitor your basement. Check your sump pump now while you can. Clear snow away from your foundation. Make sure your downspouts direct water away from your house, not toward it. Christmas Eve is going to be very warm. Christmas Day even warmer. The day after Christmas still warm. You're looking at good traveling weather for most of the country. The exception is the West Coast. Southwest gets affected Christmas Eve through Christmas Day. That atmospheric river continues. More rain, more mountain snow. But east of the Rockies, excellent travel weather. Warmth spreads everywhere. Above average temps widespread. This lasts through the end of December. January brings a new pattern. I'll show you those details in a later video. For those without power right now, authorities are working to restore service. Crews are deployed. But with 600,000 plus people out, it takes time. If you have a generator, use it safely. Carbon monoxide danger is very real. Never run a generator indoors or in your garage. Outside, only at least 20 feet from any windows. Conserve your phone battery. Don't waste it on non-essentials. Keep at least one phone fully charged for emergencies. If you're evacuating, don't wait too long. Roads deteriorate quickly in these conditions. Leave early with a full tank of gas. In the mountain areas, 1 to 3 feet of snow plus 80 mile per hour winds equals disaster. Avalanche danger is extreme in western Montana. Stay out of the backcountry. Even experienced people are dying in these conditions. Tree damage is going to be extensive with this heavy wet snow and wind combination. More power lines are going to come down through Thursday. Expect more outages. I don't recommend traveling Thursday if you're anywhere in the northern tier. We're talking about whiteout conditions in the northern plains, blizzard warnings, visibility at 0 at times. People get stranded and die in these conditions. Please stay home if you can. If you absolutely must travel, take a full emergency kit. Blankets, water, food, a shovel, sand, or kitty litter phone charger. Tell someone your route and expected arrival time. Check in with them frequently. For Christmas travel, wait until this pattern settles down. Don't try to travel Wednesday through Friday if you're going through the northern states. Saturday onward is much better. Christmas week itself looks excellent for travel. This storm has been forecast for a week now. This isn't a surprise. Warnings were issued days ago. People who prepared are staying safe. People who didn't are struggling right now. Learn from this. There's always another storm coming. Preparation saves lives. As Matthew chapter 7 reminds us, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. Build on that rock. Prepare. Take warning seriously. Don't assume it won't be as bad as they say. It is that bad. 600,000 without power proves it. In tomorrow's forecast, I'll break down that Christmas week warm-up in detail. Temperatures by location, flooding potential from the Great Thaw, and that January pattern shift I mentioned. The weather is changing in a very big way. The warmest December in years is coming. But getting there means surviving this storm first. Stay safe. Stay inside if you're in the danger zones. Help your neighbors. Share this information with anyone who needs it. And remember, all glory goes to God our Father in heaven, Yahweh. He keeps us safe through every storm. Until tomorrow.